Join us on a cinematic retrospective back in time as one Western man takes a fantastic voyage in the Philippines.
It's about time, it's about space, it's about moving to a different place. We're lost in space in the Philippines. It's like being in a time tunnel, traveling to the fifth dimension. And all in the family bonanza. A Leave It to Beaver country full of beautiful Filipinas. Ready to start a modern family where father knows best. Let's take a cinematic journey of happy days, not Breaking Bad. Today, the honeymooners have a Silver Linings playbook.
Fly Me to the Philippines Time Travel Edition. You've got mail. A timeless expedition in the Philippines. The Retirement Riddle.
I'm the Indiana Jones from Arizona, USA.
Chapter 1. The Quest for Younger Love.
I was the self-proclaimed bachelor of the geriatric world. And then I dove into the abyss of online dating in the Philippines. A survivor challenge. But instead of tribal councils, I faced age gap concerns and cultural differences that made the amazing race look like a walk in the park.
Chapter 2. Online Dating 101.
As I embraced online dating in the Philippines, it was more like an episode of The Office. My online profile picture looked like it came from the Game of Thrones, and I was the ruler of my own love kingdom.
Chapter 3. Love and the Art of Cyber Dating.
Enter Chrissy, my La La Land dream girl, discovered on Filipino Cupid.
Chapter 4. A Makati mini-drama.
A Before Sunrise sequel, and it showcased awkward moments right out of Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Chapter 5. Promises and Parental Visits.
Cagayan de Oro, a city with Godfather echoes. Drama unfolded as Chrissy's parents creating a scene complete with dragons, albeit metaphorical.
Chapter 6. Honeymoon Hijinks.
A 30-day honeymoon before the marriage ensued. It was like National Lampoon's Vacation with stops from El Nido to Boracay to Dumaguete.
Chapter 7. Paradise for Two and a Camera.
Inspired by our adventures, content creation became our new sitcom, beyond the traditional cinema paradiso, blending The Godfather unboxing with the Jurassic Park backdrop.
Chapter 8. The Age Gap Rom-Com.
Our age gap romance unfolded as a rom-com, blending friends, camaraderie with How I Met Your Mother. I became the self-proclaimed Citizen Kane, navigating through episodes that even Seinfeld couldn't mock.
Chapter 9. Friends or Foes.
Navigating friendships in the Philippines felt like an episode of Cheers, mirrored a West Wing debate with the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Chapter 10. Culinary Comedy Central.
Cooking in the Philippines turned into MasterChef meets the Muppets.
Chapter 11. The Olympics of Aging.
When it came to sporting quests, it resembled Dark Knight Rising. I was attempting sports I hadn't tried since the Wonder Years. It was a championship as unpredictable as The Truman Show.
Chapter 12. Lost in Translation Comedy.
My attempts to master the local language resembled an episode of Sherlock. It was like trying to solve the X-Files using Google Translate. Humorous, but not always accurate.
Chapter 13. Movie Night, the sequel.
Movie nights in the tropics became a running joke, with every film a Twilight Zone adventure.
Chapter 14. Literary Laughs.
Being a protagonist in my own sitcom on YouTube, I was navigating a world where reality was blurred with fiction. When it came to books and novels, it was like Harry Potter met the Game of Thrones.
Chapter 15, Musical Misadventures.
Life in the Philippines had a rhythm like Sound of Music. My attempts at karaoke serenading Chrissy resembled more of a Spinal Tap moment. Dancing through the streets became a West Side Story meets Dancing with the Stars.
Chapter 16, Mythical Comedy Tour.
Living on the island of Mindanao felt like a comedic X-Files episode, where every day was an adventure out of Monty Python's Holy Grail quest, discovering places as interesting as a Twilight Zone epic.
Chapter 17, A Comedy of Everyday Errors.
Every day in our new home became a Faulty Towers sitcom epic, filled with comedic errors and moments as we embraced chaos living together.
Chapter 18, The Pension Perplexity.
My pension was more a Parks and Recreation budget than a lavish lifestyle. It ignited a quest to stretch my funds.
Chapter 19, The Cost of Living Conundrum.
Faced with a lifetime of financial misadventures, I now became the wizard of the office budget. And I faced the ultimate challenge of deciphering the cost of living in the Philippines. Every peso became a riddle wrapped in an enigma. It was like trying to understand Inception on a Monday morning.
Chapter 20, Cityscape Shenanigans.
As we pondered the big move, choosing the right city to live in the Philippines was more perplexing than a Twin Peaks plot. It wasn't just about cityscapes, it was about choosing a backdrop for our soon-to-be unveiled YouTube adventures.
Chapter 21, Life in the Provinces versus the Big City Blues.
We faced the ultimate choice, big city living or life in the provinces. The provinces said curb your enthusiasm, while the big city was like an episode of Parks and Recreation, excitement with the buzz of Sopranos nightlife.
Chapter 22, The Culinary Circus Continues.
When it came to food, it was like an episode of Chopped. Master Chef artistry with ingredients more elusive than Stranger Things monsters. We faced the culinary matrix of choices, where every meal felt like a gastronomic episode of The Simpsons.
Chapter 23, The Dating Dilemma.
Navigating the Philippines dating scene was more intricate than Inception's dream layers. I began sharing my dating approach on YouTube. It was like an episode of How I Met Your Mother.
Chapter 24, Life's a Beach. Or is it?
We explored beachside living like a Baywatch dream. Sand between our toes became more like the princess and the frog kiss. Magical, but sometimes a little slimy.
Chapter 25, Manila, Makati, BGC, The City Trilogy.
Our journey through the cities of Makati, BGC, and Manila is a trilogy of its own. Manila felt like Mission Impossible. Makati was like La La Land. And BGC was like an episode of Fast and Furious through canyons of high-rises. Each city was an episode in our new urban sitcom.
Chapter 26, Love's Labors Found.
As we settled into our new life, love's labors weren't lost on us. Our age gap relationship was more a Casablanca romance and less Harold and Maude weirdness. Each day was like the Wizard of Oz in our tropical paradise of discovery.
Chapter 27, YouTube Journey, the finale.
Our journey on YouTube as content creators, we became the wannabe lalas of YouTube expat world in the Philippines, sharing comedic highs and lows of our Philippines experience with you, the viewers.
Whether you're considering a move, dreaming of love across borders, or just in it for laughs, our story is a sitcom for the ages. And there you have it, a timeless and cinematic comedy of love, laughter, and life in the Philippines.